and welcome to Geno's Picks, our 8th regular season finale. That's exciting. I'm not going to give you our record last week because it didn't happen yet. We're doing this Monday night. But I will tell you, going into this video, we're 7-4. And I will tell you, starting wild card week, I will give you our total final regular season record that will include the over-unders we gave you for all the divisions. And I wonder how the Raiders did, and how the Vikings did, and how our Eagles under is looking. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty good. So you cannot wait to get to the picks. But you know what really grinds my gears? Nothing. Even though I'll be a crotchety old man by the time you see this, it doesn't matter. Tuesday's my birthday, and I'm giving you bowl picks, so check them out at SBR Forum. But for now, let's get to the picks. My first pick, Joe's G-Men are giving 3 to the Eagles at MetLife Stadium. Wow, what a meaningless game. And what better way for the Eagles to go bye-bye than in this one? The Eagles, take it from me, who was at the game this past Saturday night, are just not a good team. And I saw Sam Bradford, a professional quarterback, miss a wide-open Zach Ertz on the sideline that could have tied the game early in the first half and turned it around. But he flat-out missed him. It's no wonder that Chip Kelly went out and got Sam Bradford, because he's about as accurate with his arm as Chip Kelly is with his assessment of talent, which is why his targeting players ends the same way as Bradford targeting receivers. They both end with people saying, man, was that guy reaching. The Giants are playing for a coach they respect. The Eagles are playing out the string. ODB Jr. is back. Take the G-Men and lay the points. My next pick, the Chicago Bears are giving one, basically a pick 'em to the Detroit Lions at Soldier Field. This has been quite an interesting season for the Bears, who early on it looked like were just about at their wits' end with Jay Cutler. But Cutler, despite being injured early, came back earlier than expected to show he is a team player and bought into John Fox's system. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, you have the Detroit Lions, who, let's face it, are playing the last game Jim Caldwell will ever coach. So the question is, will they rally around Caldwell? Probably not. But he's not the real Lord Jim, little literary reference here, of this team is their offensive coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter, who since replacing Joe Lombardi has seen his team, you ready, win 5 of their last 7 games. And we'll take it a step further. In the last 5 games, this offense is averaging just over 30 points because, let's face it, guys will do anything for Cooter. That's been sitting there half the season. Anyway, he may have the dumbest name of any of Matthew Stafford's coaches. See also Schwartz and Caldwell, but he is the man that will finally groom him into the player we all believe he could always be coming out of Georgia. Take the Lions in this basic pick'em. My next pick, the Oakland Raiders. Did you see that game Christmas Eve? My Chargers covered for us, but still kept a good pick in the draft. Are getting 7 from the Chiefs in Kansas City. Yes, the Kansas City Chiefs are 10-5, and they're in the playoffs. And yes, the Kansas City Chiefs have a chance to win their final 10 games to finish at 11-5. But let's look at this 9-game winning streak they're on. Do you realize it started out when they beat a banged-up Pittsburgh team 23-3, then blew out the Detroit team in London when Cooter was just getting there, getting a little Cooter again, and then they snuck past Denver. But since people started paying attention, they have struggled. In 2 of their last 3 games, okay, they pounded the Ravens, but in their last 2 games that they won, they barely beat Cleveland this past weekend, and they did that because of poor clock management by Coach Patine. And then they barely beat San Diego 3 weeks ago, but they did it because of poor play calling by San Diego and a drop touchdown pass by Danny Woodhead. And you know why? Because the later in the season and the more pressure Alex Smith begins to see makes him crumble under the pressure, which is why Smith is the perfect name for him, because he would love to remain anonymous. But all eyes will be on him this Sunday when they face Oakland in a tough divisional game and the Raiders coming off 10 days rest. Take the Raiders and the TD. Which brings me to my double your money 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because there are no Monday night games in Week 17. Okay, the Seattle Seahawks are getting 4 and a hook from the Cardinals in Arizona. Yeah, I know what you're saying. The Seahawks looked absolutely terrible last week, but here's a staggering stat. In that loss to the Rams Sunday, it was the first time in 90 games that Russell Wilson, dates back to his sophomore year at North Carolina State, played a game at quarterback where his team was never leading once. The only other quarterback with a streak longer than that was named any quarterback that's faced the Browns the last 91 games. Anyway, I think Seattle may have been looking past this game, which is why their pass rush didn't even get one hit on Case Keenum. But you can't fool Russell Wilson twice. It reminds me of something my mother used to always say to me: fool me once, shame on you. Fool me me twice. I'm just not paying attention. Actually, she would say it to my father. Hit me once, shame on you. Hit me twice. I'm just not paying attention. What do I think you were going to do with that skillet? Make me eggs? Look, you can't beat a bitch like Russell Wilson twice. Take Seattle and the points you're getting.